Wheat is a very important crop for ensuring food security to those 10 billion people. And right now we know that we are having lots of global challenges. And if we need to address those global challenges, if we need to ensure enough food, we need to do collaboration. And conferences like IWC, they provide a fantastic platform to discuss high quality science, and on top of that, how we can use this high quality science for addressing the solution of the real world.
Agriculture has always been a strength of the university since our 50 years, which birthday yesterday, inception, and we continue that tradition of strength in agriculture through these conferences like today.
Having 900 different brains in this wheat space come together, network, build on knowledge, gives us this amazing opportunity to learn new things that we can apply in WA.
This is the global community in wheat research, and I'm very impressed with the collective knowledge we have here in this Congress.
Being in a room with close to 900 wheat researchers, wheat scientists from around the world, and just thinking about that incredible brain power and capacity and capability that's out there, and the way that that can be directed and coordinated to tackle some of the really big problems we're facing globally in wheat production.
One of them is, for Australian farmers, is going to be dealing with the regulatory burden. So, as people are asking more about where their food comes from, and that's good, but perhaps people are struggling to understand that, we need to be able to navigate that in a way that makes sense so that we don't introduce into the world a food shortage.
Global cereal nitrogen challenge, and I think it's one of the major challenges that faces the industry around the world. Recent simulations have shown us that even if we apply all of the best technologies that we have available now, it won't be enough to mitigate the losses that we see and the losses that we know drive some of the greenhouse gas effects from cereal production. So we need new options, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges. We need to apply what we have today. We need to really make sure that all works in our agricultural systems, but we need new options.
Europe is a main producer of wheat, but has to face many challenges due to climate change and also legislative regulation.
Climate change is going to cause a big problem, whether it's wheat or other crops. The wheat is very vulnerable to increasing temperatures.
There is increasing growth and heat, and also new pests and diseases. That is going to be a challenge. And another challenge is resource limitation to undertake breeding, especially in the developing world.
We always talk about sustainability. It's a nice buzzword that people are using, but we do have a responsibility to be sustainable. We need to use water better, we need to use our nutrition better, we need to utilize the land available for our product better.
We needed to protect our environment, our natural environment. That means we needed to try to develop the new variety with the improved traits. We call them green traits, okay? With the nice 49ers, with the nice application of the herbicides, with the nice utilization of the water resources.
One of the biggest challenges is maintaining or even increasing production in an environment of limited inputs or input limitation. Having said that, that same challenge is also driving a whole host of international collaborations that I've seen here at the conference, so in the areas of nutrient use efficiency and disease resistance. So challenges, but leading to increased collaboration and scientific effort to resolve them.
If we want to generate global food security and nutrition security, we need on the one hand to proactively generate new wheat varieties that can resist diseases, new diseases that come up all the time. We also need to make sure that any new wheat variety has minimum standards for quality, nutrition, like improved zinc.
Capacity, getting people to work on wheat. We know that the more effort you expend, the more investment you make, the greater productivity growth you can achieve.
I think much effort needs to be done to explore the genetic diversity in these wild relative or land races to identify resistant sources towards emergent diseases, or re-emergent diseases, but also to create climate-smart wheat varieties.
There are several things that are happening right now which will have a big impact on wheat improvement. One is my love, which is introducing a new variation from wild relative of the wheat.
The supply of good quality seed has significantly contributed to the wheat yield increase, wheat production in our country. So I think it's very important to continue to deliver the good quality seed.
One interesting topic that I've learned here is about the biological nitrification inhibition. This is going to be one of the least important threats in terms of reducing the use of nitrogen.
I feel like satellite imagery is the next obvious step to scale up from the drones that we have been using at this point. As that technology becomes higher resolution and then lower in cost, I think we'll be able to really take things to the next level to really characterize our germplasm with this new technology.
One is the ability to mine and interrogate our big data sets of genomic and genomic data. And then secondly is the genomic tools available to us to stack these favorable alleles in elite varieties to not only improve yield but also quality and disease resistance.
We are generating huge amount of data. We need to accelerate our efforts in analysis of the data, integration of these data.
The development of partnership between different countries, different people, and also exchange of ideas.
Collaboration is the key to do good science. So because one institute, one person cannot do everything. So if all of us pool our resources, whether it's financial or expertise and manpower, we can achieve much more.
Look, it's so hard to say, what was the one thing that you learned from a conference that goes for 5 days, right? And the workshops added and all the rest of it and tours. It's been such a great time. But for me, the thing that I always get out of a conference like this is just all of the talented people coming together to share their ideas.
I think the other opportunities from a conference, we do hear about policy in the conference and how that influences both production, research, investment, supply chain. I think the learnings from different countries about what has worked and what hasn't worked, and the ability to make things better in a global context, because you bring so many people together, you don't get that opportunity normally. And it's conferences both formal and relaxed, and the networking that happens around sessions just allows for those new contacts, new thought bubbles to come into play. And I think it's a really great outcome.
For the major take-home message is that despite the global challenges, particularly climate change, wheat production globally has been increasing, and that's largely because of the innovation in technology, the policies by the government, and also good research, R&D, and innovative farmers.
IWC in 2024 has brought together an amazing array of participants from around the world, and I think that's really the big takeaway, is that wheat is a global crop. It's a globally traded commodity, and we have a global community of people working on wheat.
So you get collaborators from international conferences like this. So it's good for young researchers like me that are still trying to grow in the field of research.
When I walked in that first opening evening, I was just overwhelmed by sort of kind of gratitude that I could attend a meeting of this size.
I have been so excited to be here and see the robust, strong, passionate people that are involved in wheat science.
This mecca, I would say, for wheat research, to say this is a very well organized conference, and kudos to the entire team who has pulled this off extremely well.
Really enjoyed feeding off of everyone's energy and excitement and passion for their research. The wheat community is very collaborative and very supportive, and so it's just been an amazing experience to be here and be part of that.
I just want to say bravo, but it was a very fine. The arrangements were quite outstanding.
This is fantastic. Here we got really high quality science, interaction with the friends, new collaboration. Fantastic place for wheat researchers.